Well, hey, welcome to Wednesday Wisdom, the day of the week where I share tools, tips, tactics, and strategies for us all to stay current and relevant on social media to generate leads, clients, customers, and sales. And today I want to talk about marketing and why marketing is so important if you are serious about having a business and not just having a hobby. So I've just come off of my second live event, which was amazing. And I've been attending a lot of events lately. One, because I need to stay abreast of what's happening in my industry. And two, I want to see what other people are charging for the services they provide. And three, I just want to see what kind of audiences are out there. Like, what kind of numbers are other people getting? Are my numbers in that same range as well? Now, of course, when it comes to marketing, there's organic marketing and then there's paid marketing. And depending on how much you pay to play, will determine the type of results that you get. But it's not just about the marketing of it all. It's about having the right message to the right audience and having the right follow up. Because if you're doing an event, you can have the right message to the right audience, but if you don't have a strong follow up, you won't have a good attendance rate, which would be about 20% of your signups. So, for example, I usually have about a 14 to 18-day runway of marketing before my event. So the people who sign up on day one, I can't just leave them hanging for the next 17 days until my event. I need to be engaging with them throughout the process so that way they get excited and pumped up and they are waiting for me to get started or to start my event. As well as you can't just also just go all in and just blow up their email because then that will turn them off as well. So there's a fine line that you need to have when it comes to not only your initial outreach but your follow-up marketing as well. So let's get into some of the numbers of it all. So I was on a training with a very well-known marketer a couple of weeks back, and he was doing a 5-day challenge, and he had over 500 people show up that very first day. By the fifth day, it was a little over 200, which is kind of the norm. You know, people drop off as time goes on, and then when you make the offer, you get a huge dip because of the people who don't want to pay to play. So that's kind of normal. But I say that because shortly thereafter, I was on another webinar with another marketer, and she was doing hers totally organic, like to her email list and posting on her page. And there were like 5 people there. She was one of them, and one of them was already her client, and then there was me. So that means there's only two people that are on her webinar that she can actually market to, right? I was there to show support, which I'm sure her other client was, and then there was she. So that means there was just 2 people on that whole webinar, and it was like an hour. And then I was on a summit not too long ago, and this was a 3-day summit. If you've never done a summit, the whole point of a summit is to bring in a group of people, and those people are supposed to be sharing the event to their email list because as part of the summit requirements, like I was on a summit recently, but it was recorded, well, not a live one. The one that I'm talking about was a live summit. But anywho, it was a 3-day summit. It was 3 hours each day. Let's just say each speaker spoke about 40 minutes. So there's about 5 speakers a day, plus, fluff in between, bio breaks, get some water, whatever. 5 people a day. So that's roughly 15 people as part of this summit. This was also done through organic marketing. One, the promoter of the summit was marketing it, and then all 15 of the speakers were supposed to be marketing it as well. Well, I attended all 3 days, again, showing my support to my friends in the industry. And of those 3 days, the highest attendance was 22 people. So if you've got 15 speakers and they're all supposed to be putting it out there to their email list, and your highest attendance is 22 people. I mean, I don't know how it went. Again, I don't know her numbers. I was just there for support. The speakers that were there, they did have an offer that you could click to go get something. I don't know. I don't remember if the speakers were allowed to do paid offers or they had to be free, but that's not the thing. You had 15 speakers and your highest attendance was 22 people. That's not good. Not good, not good. So let's talk about my numbers because I fit into this trap as well. So I just came off of my second live launch for my software. And actually, it was kind of my third. I did a soft launch on June 29th. I did my first live launch on July 21st. And then I had my second live launch on August 21st. So with my first soft launch, I only advertised for like a week. But in that week, I had my VA putting stuff out there. I was running Facebook ads to it, and I had a relatively good turnout. And I got 3 appointments from that 1 day, 1 week event. Right. So I advertised for a week. It was on a Sunday. I got 3 calls from that. And I was able to share my software with 3 new people who hadn't heard of the Speaker Event Finder before. But when I did my live launch, my first live launch on July 31st, I had 375 people sign up. Yeah, 375 people. But the reason why I'm having, sorry, my nose is itching. The reason why I'm having this conversation with you today is because of those 375 people, 16, 1 6 came from organic marketing. And I've got a VA. And when I tell you my VA was posting like crazy, he was posting on my Facebook, my Instagram, my LinkedIn, and he was posting inside of groups. And I still only got 16 people from my organic marketing. Well, let's look at my August 21st event. For my August 21st event, I had 237 people sign up, which is about right because I'm spending like $1,000 a month on advertising. And it's back to school, so the advertising cost went up a little bit. I expect it to come down when I do it again in September. But more importantly, it's about the numbers. So 237 people signed up, 12, 12, 1, 2, 12 came from organic marketing. So why is this information? Oh, and then I was on another one before I forget. I was on another one, and this person, this lady, she had close to 1,000 people. Hers was a 4 day event. She had close to 1,000 people on day one. By day four, it was a little under 400. So again, these drop-off rates happen with these multi-day events, but I'm saying that to say between my event, the gentleman's event, and the ladies' event, all three of us paid for marketing. My two other people, the ones that I was just there for support, neither of them paid for marketing. And the difference is crystal clear. If you want to get your message in front of the right people and you want people to show up to hear what you have to say, you got to pay to play. If I had put my live launch solely in the hands of organic marketing, I would have had 16 people show up. And industry standard says you can expect, I'm sorry, I would have had 16 people signed up. And industry standard says you can expect a 20% show up rate. So you would think I can do this math in my head, and I can, but I just wanted to make sure that I'm doing it right. So 16 people, that's not even a whole person. 20% of 16 is 0.32. So that's not even a whole person. So if I wasn't paying for marketing, then I would have probably had maybe one person show up for my webinar. But because I paid for marketing, not only did I get a big audience, but I exceeded the 20% show up rate. And I was able to make a good piece of change from my event because I had the right message going to the right audience and I have the right follow up marketing. So, why is this important for your business? Well, it's important because you got to get serious about your business. Now, do you need to have $1,000 a month for marketing? No, but you need at least 300. A minimum budget of $300 a month is $10 a day. If you can't afford to spend $10 a day getting your message in front of the right audience, then you really need to reconsider what you're doing with your business. Think of all the commercials that you see on TV every day. About maybe 0.01% of people who see a commercial actually take action. But the whole point of the commercial is to be brand aware. So when you are ready to buy something that company offers, they will be top of mind. That's what your marketing is supposed to do. It's supposed to put you out there in a way so when people want what you have, you are the one that they think about. It's kind of like this lady I follow, Audra Richmond, who talks about being an uncombed brand, talks about, are you the obvious choice to the people who are looking for you? If you're not the obvious choice, it's because you're not branding yourself well, and two, you're not putting yourself out there to your audience. So I just wanted to share this with you, especially since I'm coming off a second successful launch. My software is doing amazingly well. I pre-sold it before it was even a thing, and now it's a thing, and it's doing better than I could have ever imagined. I've been telling people I'm in my Ephesians 3:20 moment. God can do exceedingly abundantly above all that I can ever ask or think. And he sure is showing up and showing out. But the biggest piece of what's making this happen is the marketing. So I launched the software on June 11th. It wasn't even a thing. I just had a demo website that people could play around with, but I was marketing like a crazy person. I marketed all the way from June 11th up until June 29th when I did the soft launch. But I did a whole week blitz that week before the 29th. And then I started advertising on July 14th. I advertised all the way up to July 31st. And that's when I got 375 people registered. I started my second round of advertising on August 4th, August 4th. I had my event on August 21st, and that's when I had 237 people signed up. Again, none of that would have happened if I hadn't paid to play. So you got to set a marketing budget for your business, but it's not about just having a budget. If you never run ads before, you need to get with somebody who's going to hold your hand and make sure you create a message that matters. And that's why I want to invite you to take my Magic Marketing Masterclass, where I will show you step by step how I can help you get the results like I'm sharing from you, from me, and from the other people I see who are using paid advertising to build and grow their business. Inside of my Magic Marketing Masterclass, I show you how to create a message that matters to an audience that's looking for what it is that you already buy. I mean, that's what it is that you're trying to sell, excuse me. So if you get your message in front of the right audience, then they are 85 to 95% going to take you up on your offer, because at the end of the day, paid advertising, especially on Facebook, allows you to strategically get in front of the people that already want to do business with you. So that is my message for today, friends, from Magic Marketing. For those who don't know me, I've been out of the mix with my Wednesday Wisdom. I forgot to introduce myself. I am Cecelia Faye Morris, also known as the Digital Marketing Maven. I teach business owners how to build the brand and their businesses online using automation, AI, and Facebook. I am now the proud owner of the Speaker Event Finder software that helps speakers get their message on the right stages to the right audience. And I will soon be the proud owner of a Check on Me mobile app coming soon. So if you want help with your marketing, which is how I am able to take my show on the road, click somewhere around this video to get signed up for my Magic Marketing Masterclass. That is it for today's Wednesday Wisdom. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.